football.
Chicago has dictated the tempo, the pace. And that was after that opening kickoff return touchdown. Nice looking return, Taj Brooks.
Impressive that he's even throwing the football.
Flacco takes a shot beautifully. Pinpoint the sideline.
That is a beautiful play. And you know what's interesting about watching the Bears do their defense, but trying to disguise their looks.
Only about 5 yards away from McPherson's field goal range. Flacco puts a man under it, far side. Higgins! T. Higgins with a show.
This is just nasty. That's just nasty work out there by T. Higgins. An incredible throw, but it just doesn't get any better than that in one-on-one.
Chase and Higgins, who again gets overshadowed here with what Jamar Chase has become. But this guy calling the timeouts. To put this thing in the position to throw. I'm just calling it like I see it. Look at Duvernay.
There we go.
Duvernay, the all-pro return man. It was about a 50-yard return. Jai Walker, special teams penalty, wipes away nearly a 50-yard return from Duvernay.
Well, I think the key is for the Bears here with 1 minute and 4 seconds. You're going to see number 20 on the hard go Bears to start this 2-minute drill.
Caleb buying himself time, and he's just going to throw it out of bounds. Williams looking right, gets it out to Zacchaeus, who had the touchdown earlier.
So here's this kickoff. That's the holding that.
And then they gained the long return. Quick decision. It's Zacchaeus again. Once again gets out of bounds. Heady play for Zacchaeus. Williams from the gun, first down. Here they come. Bengals rushing 4. Williams running for his life. It seems like all day.
Nobody open really down the field.
It's required a charging of Cincinnati's last timeout for the half.
Hill looks like he would gingerly make his way to the Bengals. And what has been a seesaw first half here in Cincinnati.
Williams' #1 target this season.
31 catches on the season entering this one. Williams steps up in the pocket. Williams. That's the quickness, including DJ Moore, who threw a touchdown pass earlier. Now Williams puts a man under it. Perfect touch. Lower works this sideline. They pick up 23. First down Bears.
Boy, that is great. One.
So they deemed that the control came on the initial foot, and they did get that second foot in. So first down, and this is incomplete. Look, 21 seconds, and the Bears down to 1 timeout.
Yeah, just, again, I don't...
Great in those scramble situations of getting positive yardage. Here they come, Cincinnati bringing an extra rusher. Williams fires, and this is incomplete. Making his first game of the season. Santos misses badly. I like your coat today better. Got to step my coat game up next week.
I'm here to inspire.
Short kick fielded by Duvernay's had a couple of nifty returns a couple of seconds ago. Clee Blakeman has been busy. Now let's hear from Aditi and Ben.
Okay, Ben, how do you assess what you've seen so far, and what are the keys?
We got to score touchdowns down in the red zone.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I thought that went well. Improving chemistry.
Years with Mike Tomlin and even Bill Belichick. If I could soften that up, Ben Johnson's not going to scare me.
He's coming around. He turned for a touchdown. And a couple of special teams penalties to mark them back a little bit more. There's a drop. Evaluated for a concussion, nothing further. They have told us that he is indeed quite with his 12 of 23 in the first half for $136. Goes through his progressions, everyone covered. Williams completes. Looks like that's that left hamstring.
Well, they
wide receiving core that entered the day banged up for Chicago, as you mentioned at the top. The Nunn guy desperately need their. As we take a look at their first half possessions.
Yeah, I thought they did outside of that one drive where they went to this game with an emphasis in red zone touchdowns. They started off with a bang, getting their first.
Look at what the rookie Nunn guy has done, and what has been a career day already, over the 100-yard mark. This will be another hard physical. Ryan Poles sending his running back Khalil Herbert to the Bengals for a 7th-round pick that eventually
unlock Rome Odunze, who's coming over in motion.
Fake handoff. Williams underneath to the check. They get Manungai in open space. Manungai.
He was learning pass protection, but since week 3, he has been outstanding.
Boy, Williams throws a left 13 at Didi.
Spiro, the most fun thing that Manungai may have told us yesterday was that when he was little, finally realized it was because his mom thought he might hurt somebody else's kid. He was that powerful, even as a little boy.
About his older brother Kevin started playing football or started dreaming of the sport. And this is a day, just an incredible moment for their family. Manungai. Andre Swift comes back as he picks up 11 more on a catch and run.
Well, Spiro, I really like what I'm seeing now. Now all of a sudden they're inside the 20-yard line. Excellent way to start the third quarter.
Pitch to Manungai. He has been the workhorse. Manungai picks up 7 more.
I told you, he keeps falling just by keeping those legs going.
Cincinnati's already 157 on the ground that they've given up.
You haven't seen the big explosive this game.
Manungai, boy, showing the stamina. There's a penalty flag thrown from the secondary portion of the field. As this clock-churning drive from the Bears.
Plays half the distance to the goal line from the end of the run. Down.
That's Jordan Jefferson.
And the center, number 52. Dahlman's trying to get up to the linebacker, and you see that right arm. He's holding him.
First and goal, fake handoff, Williams, end zone, incomplete. Only the
in front of him. You know, he makes Odunze. They get exactly what they want.
Arch, was that deflected? It may have been deflected at the line of scrimmage. Certainly looked like it from that vantage. Just barely throws off the timing and the rhythm of that pass. Manungai cuts back. Manungai.
Just another tough run. And one of the, listen, the Bears, they've hacked words. They haven't had negative plays. And when they hand it off to Manungai, he's been
today from Ben Johnson's offense as the official's going to whistle this play dead. Play clock down to 0.
Delay game.
Cues that they have avoided today for the most part.
But that can't happen. That can't happen. And whether it's delay of game or it's unacceptable.
Third and goal, Bengals rush 4. Tones for the miscue just in the previous play. And he slings one to his
passing game. Quick timing, set up, throw it, on time, on target. 6'6", 240 pounds.
And for Colston Loveland, the player they took 10th of Cincinnati. Big play for the Bears, who are back in front. As Cincinnati finally gets his first possession, handoff to Chase Brown. Arch trying to generate as many points as they have possessions. Chicago almost 60.
That's an incredible.
Bears rush 4. Flacco over the middle. Yosivash. And he is ganked verging.
Well, as I look at this defense, Spiro, one thing that they have to do, and I know he's a slot defensive back that just force Flacco into making a mistake.
Flacco protected. Flacco, perfect touch. One close to the line of scrimmage, one in the vicinity of the Hudson catch. If it sticks.
Holding defense number 26. That penalty's declined.
Defense is the best defense, and the only problem is sometimes maybe they're scoring a little bit too fast.
Flacco again taking a shot, going, and we'll check the flag at the end of the play. It was Tinsley a corner towards the end zone.
Pass interference, defense, number 29. Penalty's declined.
One-on-one with the Bears' best cornerback. And he just beats him off the line. Stevens, big contested catch down the field.
Back to the ground game with Brown.
You know, really, in this game, as you look at the Bengals, their pass game, the big pass that you just saw to his tight end with bad eye discipline from the Chicago.
Flacco looking end zone near side. Higgins with the catch. Just talking about it. It's just incredible catches that we've seen from Higgins.
He rolled.
And now they're saying touchdown.
Right there before he lands out of the bounds as he turns his body.
Automatically reviewed, but if it stands, Arch, T. Higgins. So the call on the field is a touchdown by Higgins at a 44, and McPherson for the point after. And this back on some more yardage as a penalty flag is thrown. Hard hit at the end of the special teams. If you've just hopped on with us, has had their issues in this game, obviously. And what's the call? Yet again. Funny with an all-new episode. Cincinnati Bengals coming in off losses. Chicago's 4-game win streak ending last week against the Ravens. Monungai. Adams with the Vikings sit. Got him in that competitive NFC North. Loveland. Boy, with Cole Kmet, that's some big plays. They pick up 31.
Well, they match up Loveland with your receiver or tight end down the field. As soon as he gets that in cut right on the hash mark, and
Monungai, who we've rarely seen
running really well today, Spiro. 23 carries, 100.
Nobody created in Detroit. And look at Britton Brown taking on tacklers. The clock running, 3 and change left with the Bears playing in a 3-point hole.
Well, that's a tough run. Defenders at the point of attack, and you can't bring the running back down.
Had to bring Brown to the elevation of Britton Brown. 3rd and short. Loveland in motion. Handoff Brown, and he leaps. A little bit gassed at the moment.
Spiro, just look. You're seeing a lot of hands on hips. You're seeing a lot of heavy.
62 plays. I mean, that's almost a football game's worth of plays. Play on the other side of the line of scrimmage today against the Bears.
Bears approaching 200 yards. They got more. It's Brown breaking free and throwing punches back and forth. 6th lead change here in Cincinnati.
The block, but then watch how this backside also gets cut off. There's a vertical seam taking it to those Cincinnati Bengals.
Britton Brown, the former 7th-round injuries to Swift and Roschon Johnson. Britton Brown stepping into the void as he has given the Bears a lead again as we play late stage
defensive scheme. The Bears have 5 blockers on this side, but the Bengals are going to slant their defensive linemen. The Bears overloaded to the strong side. Easy touchdown for Brown.
And how crazy is that? Chicago almost has more first downs than Cincinnati. Return touchdown negates some of that. But this thing has been crazy.
Any offense in 2 weeks, they score 38 points and still lose that game. And so I don't know how defensively they're going to be able to stop the Bears.
Flacco delivers. This will be a first down to get really back into the playoff picture. But if they can't get this defense figured out, I mean, you've given up now.
Flacco to do. The way they've been scoring points, they're down.
Little misdirection here. They get it to Yosivash in the open field. Yosivash, boy, Gardner Johnson, have to be impressed with what he's given the Bears in his Chicago debut today. Just a couple of days after they got him.
This defense.
Looks like Gardner Johnson a little bit confused with the pre-snap alignment, but back to last week against the Jets, just incredible. Flacco buried. Football came out. Official announcement. Austin Booker knocked the football loose.
And the ball out before Flacco's knee hits the ground.
Austin on the shelf with the knee injury. He had that sensational training camp and preseason arch up front. Booker makes a play. Jervon Dexter with the recovery.
Left tackle just gets eaten up by Booker. And Booker's not the biggest player on the field. Orlando Brown Jr. And it looked to me like that ball is out before the knee hit
the field. Bengals defense. And we started the show talking about the takeaway prowess of this possession in a short field. Looks like we got a double pass. They get it back into the hands of Williams. Bayesian gets it back.
That's pretty good. That's not bad. Really nice play design. Again, when you have the numbers, it's just not a natural part of what they do. And so the Bengals 2 times now with no for their offense.
Fake the pitch. Zacchaeus. Excellent defense by the Bengals. Not
ankle taped before he ran on the field. And Demetrius Knight Jr. has been in the locker.
He's out with a calf injury. And so that linebacker core gets even thinner. So we'll keep close. Obviously, this defense right now playing on its heels. Oren Burks, the 8th-year vet, into the game now, and he's going to come off.
That Caleb Williams left some plays out there on the field, but I really like the way he's come out here in the drive and try to get a touchdown.
Massive third down for the Bengals defense. Williams buying time. Williams goes. Bengals are to try to limit them to a field goal. Try keep this thing within one score as we play early.
That either the ball has to come out or you got to take off. It appeared that he had somebody over to his right side.
Not sure what he was upset about, but thought that they left one on the field right there. Chicago's drive stalls out, but Cairo Santos able to salvage 3.7-point Bears lead. Here's Jones across the 25, and he's going to get lit up at the 20. Go.
Well, Sweat's coming off here, and they bring Edmonds, and for some reason they don't.
50th career sack last week. Follows that up with another one here. Flacco again running for his life.
Necessarily been so high up until this point, but he said that he's felt like he's been disrupted. Arch agree with that.
Well, 2 forced fumbles last couple of weeks.
Spare their pass. Flacco has had no chance to set back up and throw the football.
Bears rush 4. Flacco kept upright. Flacco completes. Higgins first down Cincinnati. And what a day T. Higgins is putting against.
Play of the game right there on 3rd and long comes through for Flacco.
5 catches, nearly 90 yards. Flacco last week didn't do much in terms of the number of catches. That long touchdown bomb made it count.
We had no idea what to expect coming into this game. He only practiced 1 day this week, sprained the...
And 2nd and 10 over the middle. They complete again. And that's going to set up the Bengals with a 3rd down. 3rd and 1 with 10:15 remaining.
It just, this is an uncommon thing that we're seeing.
Bengals running for it. Bengals are going to. First time he's dealing with an AC joint sprain in his shoulder. It's in his right throwing.
Out there, I kind of feel where he's coming from, but obviously he's better than I am.
I just lost a lot of respect for him. Here's Chase Brown out of the backfield. Brown!
Flacco didn't miss his first game in the NFL until his 8th season. His toughness is indeed his toughness and his desire to be out there. He said it's his confidence. He walks around, nasty look the defense's way.
All right, baby, great stuff. Here's Chase Brown, going to be tackled a couple of yards. He's also played through a number of injuries or he didn't miss the game. He missed the birth of his son to play in the.
Really good 4 of 7 on 3rd down. They had a number of takeaway. Higgins, or do we try to stop the run?
Thinking 2 plays, they won't need it. First down run by Brown, going to get inside the Chicago folds here in Cincinnati. 7 and change left, fresh set of downs. As Dennis Allen trying to get.
They could put pressure. You've seen if there is any type of formula. Those few plays, they haven't been able to get close.
Play action, Flacco pulls it back, low pass fielded by Brown as they pick up 6. And this will be the 11th play of the drive for Zach.
Well, Sparrow, one of the keys to his success and why he's been able to play at a high level, snap recognition, rarely does it get flustered.
By the way, has been downgraded to out, as Didi just pointed out a little bit ago. And so Brooks steps up now.
If you're Zach Taylor right now, I don't think there's any way that you come out of this drive with less than...
Flacco faking, incomplete. Pressure applied by Noah Sewell, and it is 4th and 3.
Yeah, he was surprised. Flacco knowing where to go with the football, but they took it away.
And the officials talked about it. And here's Blakeman.
Intentional ground.
Boy, that is huge. You see Jamar Chase,
officials have to come and piece it away. Cleat knows Flacco's in the pocket under pressure.
All right, we appreciate Gene. Zach Taylor had his offense on the field. Now sensational in his career. Game winner a couple of weeks ago against the Steelers. And this one is short. With a missed field goal by McPherson. Can they lean on this ground attack? Manungai, sensational right from the start. Manungai unleashed again.
This is just a crusher. But you're going to see DJ Moore come into the screen, and he's really going to comes over. He's got to find a way to make that tackle and get Manungai to the ground. But
39-yard run. end around. It's DJ Moore. He's got Loveland blocking. Moore! And the Bears are going to have it first and goal.
Boy, he's lucky this ball. If he
that thing fumbles before he gets into the end zone and it goes in out of the end zone, it's a safety potentially. It didn't appear to be the case by Moore. Zach, that's Taylor thinking about it, and certainly worth it. Chicago touchdown by DJ Moore, and it is a backbreaker for the Cincinnati Bengals. The back of the end zone, which would have resulted in a touchback in possession for the Bengals. Instead, it's a touchdown chance.
And the ball breaking the plane of the goal line.
Don't you have to take that? Almost have to take it if you're Zach Taylor.
Oh, absolutely. Matter of maybe 1 or 2 inches from giving Cincinnati the ball with a touch.
The last couple of weeks. It's a team that's averaging just about 30 points over the last 3 games. And just under 5 minutes left as Jones crosses him in the regular season, but 4-0 in the postseason, favoring Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs.
This is where your pass rush, if you're Chicago, has to start to come alive. And they have done a better job in this second. Get Flacco off of his spot.
There's rush 5. Flacco delivers. Flacco to Chase, who's been as bad as
just like
a pickup of 24.
Just like that, Cincinnati is on the 33-yard line. I mean, how crazy.
A little bit low for Yosivash. Tough catch as he tried to go down low for it. So the ball marked now at the 32 of Chicago. A team that has a really tough remaining schedule in front of them. Flacco going for it to the end over the last couple of weeks. 3rd and 10.
Boy,
Boy, little push there from Higgins.
Yeah, but
slight.
Because he keeps his outside leverage.
Joe Flacco, 322 yards, 2 touchdowns. What does he have left? On the cross, batted down. So 4th.
You got to assume, and on that last play, Dennis Allen went 2-man. Man underneath with 2 safeties over the top. Right now, Jamal and the Bengals have to attack.
Bears rush 4. Flacco, first down. Chase Brown in the open terrain gets inside the
2-man, and so you have to protect the middle of the field. Chase Brown has to get in that end zone quickly.
Precious seconds, 3:07. Flacco across, batted into the air and intercepted. It's Byard. There is a flag down. Byard has a couple of lead blockers. Byard, he's going to run it back. 15-10. And now everyone waiting for the flag and call here from Blakeman.
Yeah, the question is, did Nick McLeod, did he make
Pass interference, defense, number 24.
Loud. And Cincinnati's offense stays on the field.
Yeah, Jamar Chase, the best slant runner in football, prevents his right arm from going in there and securing that pass.
Nick McLeod, undrafted guy, playing with his... Flacco protected. Flacco end zone. It is Yosivash out of bounds. And if he was the reestablished...
Oh, he did. First touching. He cannot be the first player to touch the football.
There is no foul on the play. Ruling the field's an incomplete pass. Brings up 3rd down.
Boy, it looked... Oh.
Okay, so I think the explanation was a little bit off, but it's what we expect. Flacco over the middle. Flacco's pass intercepted. It's Edmonds. Edmonds has a convoy. Flacco is the only guy left. Edmonds lights here in Cincinnati.
Spiro, that almost the exact same play. Edmonds wasn't fooled. Flacco looks him off to the left side. Come at a bigger time for here, the Chicago Bears.
It is 4th start with the Bengals. And Tremaine Edmonds, boy, you just said it. Which of these 2 deep? After the pick, you see him come down. Chase Brown is the guy who's there for the Bengals.
Ruling the field's at the runner.
Edmonds looks befuddled. So Chicago not quite out of the woods just yet.
Offensive player during the interception. This touching there by the left hand as he's in the process of the catch.
Want to avoid any miscues here. Monangai, excellent pursuit. Let's bring in Gene again.
Gene made some tough catches, but that one right there, that is a huge
False start. Offense number 79. Penalties half.